Hello, students of Standard 10. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Monbretia. I'm here with the same chapter of political science, the power sharing. We have gone through two different stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. How Belgium has solved its problem of power sharing, or through power sharing, they have created an example of unity, integrity, and was able to control the disunity or disintegration of the country. But in contrast to that, in Sri Lanka, the majority ruling government do not wanted to share its power. They wanted that only the majority people will rule the country, which created a civil war. So here it is said that these two stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka. What do we learn from these two stories? Both are democratic government, yet they dealt with the question of power sharing differently. In Belgium, the leaders have realized that in Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of different communities and region. If we respect others, other religion, then only integration can be remain or the country can run smoothly without any problem. Everybody should respect each other's religion or languages. Such a realization was there in Belgium, which gives a mutually acceptable arrangement for sharing power. There, the leaders have mutual understanding. Each leaders, whether they are German speaking, French speaking, they have liberal ideas by which they accepted the arrangements of power sharing. But Sri Lanka shows a contrasting example. Sri Lanka is just opposite of Belgium. It shows us that if a majority community wants to force its dominance, means if a majority community wants to force that only whatever they wanted, they will do, and everybody has to accept their dominance. And they wanted to dominance over the other and refuses to share power, it can undermine the unity of the country. It will give disunity, disintegration in the country, which will result in civil war, as it was resulted in Sri Lanka. So, the main question which arises from these two stories of Belgium and Sri Lanka is that why power sharing is desirable? Why power sharing is desirable? There are two sets of reason for that. That is in favor of power sharing. What are the two sets? First, power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. Since social conflict often leads to violence and political instability, power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of political order. Only through power sharing, only through sharing the power of a government, whether it is in central or in state, the unity can be sustained in a country. So, if by sharing little power, the unity of a country remains sustained, which has been given as an example from Belgium, we can say that it is very good. Imposing the will of majority community over other may look like an attractive option in the short run. But in the long run, it undermines the unity of the nation. If a majority community rules whatever they wanted, if they wanted to do for a short period of time, it is good because decision will be taken very shortly, very easily, but in a short interval of time. But in a long term, it will disintegrate the country. So power sharing is very important. And this first reason is called prudential reason. This first set of reason is called prudential reason. In this reason, it has been said that the tyranny of the majority is not just oppressive for the minority, it often brings ruin to the majority as well. There is a second and the deeper reason why power sharing is good for democracy. Power sharing is very spirit of democracy. A democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with its effects. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. Means it is the government duties to ask the people, to know the problem of the people, how they want it to be ruled, what are the problems they are facing, whether the government's rule which has been made, implemented, laws implemented by the government, whether they are acceptable by the common people or not. This is the very aspect of a democracy. A legitimate government is one, means legal abiding. Law abiding government is that where citizens through participation acquire a stake in the system, means where the citizens participation is also very important. Every work, every law, every rule is being made by discussion or by taking the help of the common people. That is called moral reason. So first one is prudential reason and second one is moral reason. So these two reasons are very important why power sharing is desirable. Okay. Thank you students. In the next video we will go through other two types of power sharing, that is horizontal power sharing and one more is prudential power sharing. Thank you.